Kia ora, Connor. This is a quick video on a sort of a very, very basic platform game and the idea of actually creating gravity so that things fall until they hit or land on something. There are lots of ways of doing this. I've done this in a very simple way just to sort of introduce you to the idea of how basically something like gravity would work. So here I've got a level. So in these one way of doing the level platform games is to draw yourself an object, a shape, a new sprite. And you can see here that I've just drawn one across there and I've made it big, so 149% size, and it means that I've actually just pushed it all the way along like that. Okay, and in the code I've given it that's the starting point where it starts. You can see here. So like I always do green flag, which is switching on the app, so that it then says that there's a message for starting the game start. And that's so that I can do a reset and broadcast game start at the end without having to press the green flag. So when I receive, when the level, the black shape, receives game start, it goes to its start position, which is there. I moved it there first before I drag that on because it saves you having to type the numbers in. So I go to there, and then forever, the actual shape moves. So when I press the right arrow, of course, I want it to look like the cat's moving right. So I make sure the shape does minus steps and goes left. And then else, if I'm not pressing the right key, I must be pressing the left key. So else, if the left key is pressed, I move the shape 10 steps forwards to the right. So you can see here that my shape moves forwards and backwards to make it look like my cat is moving. Okay, so that's all the shape's doing. Now, the cat only needs to be able to jump on the spacebar, so change Y by 40 up. Okay, I'm going to take this weight off. Actually, I don't need that weight anymore. So all the spacebar needs to do is move him up, because when this cat receives, or the character receives start game or game start, it goes to its start position, which is here, and then forever. And look at this, using a bit of the green, we've got a logic idea of saying not something. So if not touching black, then change Y by -5. Remember, Y is up and down, like in a graph. And if I say that if you're not touching black, I want you to go downwards, -5, it will act like gravity forever. And it's forever checking that. It does that every millisecond. So it will end up creating gravity. So when I press spacebar, it jumps. But then the forever, because it's no longer touching black, it forever falls down. So when I move along, I'm able to actually jump up onto the black parts, and of course it's falling until it hits black, which gives it the impression it's actually falling like gravity. Okay, so that will get you started on the idea of how you use your -Y to create gravity and do it forever, and it will act like gravity. The strength of the gravity is changed by this number. If I did -2, it would be slower. If I do -10, it's going to be almost like a super strong magnet, probably too much. Okay, so you might want to play around with this number to see what effect it has. Can you see that? That's slower gravity. It now looks like I'm a bit more on the moon. Okay, so you can control the amount of gravity with that number. Kia ora guys, have fun with gravity and maybe some platform games.